All right, well, welcome back. The Met Gala was happening yesterday in Hollywood. It's the biggest star-studded show with no disappointments, from show-stopping fashion to viral moments. And this year's red carpet was all about the bold statements and high glam. And of course, joining us here is the expert herself, Miss Monique Madrid, joining us live in the studio.
Thank you.
You're welcome, from LOL Jax. So she's here to break down everything that happened yesterday. We know yesterday was a jam-packed show, but
yes.
First, we got to start off with Beyonce, right?
First of all, the queen. The queen has arrived.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. The queen and Rihanna.
Yeah.
Who did you think? I mean, I hate to compare them.
First of all, don't compare. It's easy. It's Beyonce. It's always, the answer's always Beyonce.
The answer is always safely to say.
Yeah.
So what did you think about the Met? How did you think it went?
Oh, so I like the theme. I think you got to play. It was because it's like art meets fashion, but then it's like celebrating bodies. And so we saw like pregnancy bumps. No Rihanna pregnancy bump.
Thank goodness.
But we saw all kinds of body shapes, a lot of molding to the body, a lot of revealing of the body. I think it was fun to play. Yeah. Everybody got to interpret it differently.
And Blue Ivy was on the red carpet as well.
It was a family affair.
And she kept stressing that. She said this year was all about family.
Yeah.
And I do love that.
Yeah.
So that's the art in itself, right? All right, up next, who do we have? All right, we have Hailey Bieber. That was one of my favorite dresses.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, the colors were very bold, that cobalt blue and then that bodice, that gold bodice that fit to her. I think it was very on camp because it's, again, celebrating body. And it was simple, but I love that cape. It flowed. Yes. It was beautiful.
I love that blue. And that's Lisa from K-pop.
Yes.
These are the kids. The kids love K-pop.
Yeah, and I think what I liked about it is, again, the play, because you had those arms and they were like Thai poses, but it's supposed to be like this bride peekaboo reveal, but it was her arms 3D, and then jeweled up, and then of course she's just studded with all the diamonds, and she just looked like a lovely bride.
I'm always curious to how these women get a chance to sit down with these outfits.
Yeah, so I love, see, they don't show that
they
part.
don't show you sitting in the inside.
But I know it's confusing, and some probably
or
stand.
Some pieces come off,
yeah,
and it's just a dress
they strip.
under.
It's a whole thing. Yeah.
All right, what about Janelle Monáe? She looked beautiful as well, and Sabrina Carpenter. That was one of my favorite outfits because it was all film strip.
Yes, and so, well, we'll go with Sabrina first. So Sabrina was the film strip, like the actual film strip of Sabrina, the film. And I loved it because, again, art is film, and so shout out to someone making sure we know that film is important. But then with Janelle Monáe, she gave you this immersive experience with like the moss and the technology and the cords going up her neck. It was very head to toe, and I think she did it well, and it definitely showed and hugged to her body. So that's just being creative and playing, and she always is giving you the dramatics. So I loved it for the dramatics.
She is. Yeah. I was thinking, like, what would Janelle Monáe go with? And it's always something over the top.
Yeah,
like,
you never know what she's going to do. Yeah.
Tyla, though, I love it. She always, like, it always reminds me of water.
Yes.
Anytime she's doing a design, and she said her hair was actually wet.
Yeah.
And because one of the girls she was interviewing with Vogue was like, oh, you're getting me wet every time you turn your head. And she's like, I'm so sorry. She said, but we wanted to do the real immersive experience.
Yeah.
And that was what she did.
Yeah, she's always on brand with herself, but also it went well with the camp, and that water blue, but it's really a peacock blue, and then those jewels covering her up and showing all that body. She did a wonderful job, and literally dripping in jewels. When her arms were out, she's literally dripping in the jewels. You gotta love that.
And that was Nicole Kidman who was next to her in that picture. I want to go back, to that picture. Yes.
So that red is very powerful. I think this is a simple dress in regard, it's not dramatic, but I think what I loved about it is that red, she said, was for love and vitality. She's celebrating coming off a divorce, and I think she just ate. And then she was next to her daughter, Sunday Rose, who was very floral, and Mama was slaying. Mama was slaying, and that's why I think we need to talk about it, because it was a simple red, but it was a powerful red.
Well, last but not least, let's just hit Katy Perry, because she looked amazing.
Yes.
And as well as who else did we have? Heidi Klum.
You can't tell.
I had no idea who it was until they said the name. I loved Katy Perry's because they were begging her to remove her mask.
It was so mysterious and dramatic with that reveal. I didn't know who it was, and then I was like, of course it's Katy Perry. And then Heidi Klum, she was definitely kind of like Janelle Monáe, giving you this immersive experience, literally from head to toe. She is the art. She is the statue. Yeah. And I think she did well. I don't know how she's going to sit and take that all off when she gets home, but she looked amazing. She looked amazing.
All right. And Anne Hathaway, I mean, she was beautiful. And we know Devil Wears Prada. Did you get a chance to see the movie yet?
No, I haven't
Neither
yet.
have I. It's okay. It's okay. I'm supposed
yeah.
to be going on Wednesday. Maybe we could go together.
Yeah, but it was
saw
nice to see them all on the carpet.
And
oh yeah, Sierra
and Russell
Wilson. Listen, they were like Egyptian king and queens, and I loved how his accents complemented her wear. It was gorgeous and dramatic. Her hair in the foil, it was dramatic, but yet just hugging to her body. And then with Anne Hathaway, they said she was a Greek
goddess,
urn, a Greek urn.
We did see
because she looks like an urn,
yeah.
but they painted, all that was painted on her body, the dove, the goddess of peace, all that was painted, hand painted. I thought that was beautiful.
Something about art is just beautiful. All right, we have to go with Kim Kardashian and her billion-dollar brand and The Rock, of course, looking really good. So out here, I was confused because all of her sisters did a whole, like, pretty much with her line. What is her line called? Skims.
Yeah.
So, you know, she does these little form-fitting outfits now.
Yes.
So I didn't know, but like you said, it's about sculpture and body sculpture.
It was sculpture and body, and all this both sisters, Kendall and Kylie, did that, and I think their pieces were a little bit similar, but I think what stood out for me with Kim K is that color.
Yeah.
That color was very pop and bold, and then the mixing of the leather. It really did it, and she's just such an iconic piece on the runway, and I think all her siblings are just the accessories to kind of.
I always wonder if they tell each other what they're going to wear.
Yeah.
If they collaborate or if they're just as surprised as we are.
Right. And they all come out separately, although Kim K came with her mom, and then Kylie and Kendall did it separately. So even do they go together? Like, are they in a limo?
Different rooms?
Yeah.
How does that work? I'm pretty sure they can't have all that in one same room. Or they can have a mansion. It doesn't matter. And The Rock, I love him. He looked good.
Did you see his back?
No, I didn't see
his
back.
So that's what's really cool about the back. The back, it was like embroidered, and it looked like the rib cage, the back of the rib cage. So it was celebrating the body from the back. So the back was very dramatic. He was very simplistic on the front, tuxedo, just very charming, very, you know, stocky guy. But the back was what was dramatic about his piece.
Well, of course, one of the co-chairs was out on the red carpet too, Venus Williams. She looked really good too, stunning in her black. And Jafar, Mr. Michael Jackson.
No, I didn't see Michael.
I did too, and I dressed up.
Yes, I actually see Michael 3 times. That's why I haven't seen. Yeah, and it gets better.
Was there something we missed the first time? Because I said I wanted to go see it again, or we just missed the music.
I swear, it's the music.
Yeah.
The music just gets you pumped, but the audience is always different, and there's always somebody dancing in the aisle. So I was here for that.
I did want to bring you in even for that movie. Just tell me, when it comes to Michael Jackson, this movie, what do you think people took away the most when they saw that movie? Because we know that that's his nephew.
Yeah.
Like, so was it the right person to do it?
It was totally the right person, and especially, you know, the older he got, I literally did a double take. That was Michael.
Yeah.
And then I think what I loved about it is the vulnerability, you know, seeing this genius make all these tracks and how he just meticulously would get into the studio and just be a human and be nervous and have formation. So it was beautiful seeing that part of the journey for me. Yeah.
Well, speaking of genius, Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. You gotta say Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny came out looking like, I love that they called him the Colonel. I had no idea who he was.
But he's celebrating the aging of the body, so that was cool. But yeah, he was unrecognizable. I don't know if that was intentional or what, but I mean, you know, you get to see what he looks like older.
I was gonna say,
some girl is gonna still try to get that. Yeah, they're gonna still try to holler.
Sarah Paulson too. She looked good. Was she the one who wore the dollar bill?
She wore the dollar bill. So she was I don't think she was on brand with camp, but she was giving a statement. So that's why she needs to be in the conversation. She was protesting. Yeah. She was protesting the one percenters. And I love, we talk about this every time we come. There's always artists now using their platform to talk about it. Yeah.
All right, Lala Anthony got the amazing opportunity to interview Beyonce on the red carpet. I think she was.
Were you jealous?
I was sitting there like, why her? But why not her?
Why not? Yeah,
she is Mrs. TRL.
Yes.
You know, she's Mrs. MTV. So she did a great job. And Blake Lively, I feel like that's the closing of the show. Her dress is stunning.
Her train was like so long and gorgeous, and those pastels really worked for me. But Lala was looking like they called her the ginger Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
And the
That's a
jewels
good-
dripping.
yeah.
She looked really just beautiful and dramatic, even though it was just very simplistic. But the embroidered flowers, and then yeah, back to Blake Lively. Yeah, that's a great way to close out for
right.
sure.
Well,
for sure.
overall,
listen, I was not. I didn't have any that I hated.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the playfulness, and I really loved how people took their interpretation on one spectrum or the other, and I respected the protests.
yeah. We
I was-
always do.
Yeah. I was here for it all, but it was a wonderful theme, and Beyonce being a co-chair and just having her back on the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2016 was
Yeah.
the last time she was on the
Yep.
red carpet
Yep.
for the Met Gala. All right, well, Monique Madrid, thank you so much for
Thanks for
joining us
having
here in
me.
studio, and congratulations on the award you will be receiving at Deca Live this weekend.
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that quickly. We got about 10 seconds.
Greater Culture Council, they are celebrating artists and then people who do good in the community. So I'm getting the Small Business Award, and it's a camp too. So it's Neon Dior, Dior, and I'm nervous about that. So we've been talking about fashion, and now I got to figure out what I'm going to wear.
Oh, that's okay. Listen,
I got a few days.
I was going to say you got time, but congratulations
Thank
and
you.
everything. I hope you continue to do it. We love LOL Jax.
And we love you.
Oh.
So yeah, thanks for letting me be here and talk to you.
You're welcome. Next time we'll be on the Met Gala carpet. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Or one of those carpets.
Yes.